I am Aligar Lingappa, Assistant Professor, Government Postgrad College, Siriguppa. So today's my chapter, Atomic Models. In that, say experimental determination of critical potentials. That means simply a Frank-Hertz experiment. So Frank-Hertz experiment which gives how the excitation and ionization, so-called critical potentials, that can be determined. In the previous class, we have discussed about what is excitation potential, what is ionization potential. So, the amount of energy required, that means the electric potential difference required to shift an electron from its orbit to any higher orbit is known as excitation potential. Similarly, the amount of potential difference required to shift an electron from its orbit to infinite distance, so-called ionization potential. So today we have discussed about the ionization potential and excitation potential, how they can be determined experimentally. Frank and Hertz experiment gives the excitation potential and ionization potential. Then what about the experimental arrangement? So just look here. Here are the battery. So a filament which is connected to the battery, and then the filament is placed in a tube. Then a plate P which is placed in front of the filament. Then the plate is connected to milliammeter, and the another battery, negative terminal of the another battery. So grid which is provided between filament and plate. Then what about the experimental procedure? So before that, just see the right diagram. If you plot a current, collector current and accelerating potential, then we will get a graph. So at a particular voltage, say 4.9 volts, we observed a depression. Again, second depression at 9.8 volts. So why the depression occur at 4.9 volts and then the 9.8 volts? Then that information was studied in the experimental procedure. Look here. The gas of the element, that is mercury under study, is filled in a gas tube T at a pressure of about 1 millimeter mercury. Electrons are produced by the heating filament F by a battery Ba. These electrons are accelerated towards a grid G by the potential difference V, between F and G. They look here with respect to Hubble diagram. We say that a tube which is filled with mercury gas, which is under 1 millimeter mercury, that means pressure, where a grid which is at a positive potential. That means V potential difference is applied between the filament F and grid. When a filament is heated, which liberates the electrons, these electrons are accelerated towards a grid G by the potential difference V between F and G. As the potential difference varied from 0 to 60 volts, P is collector plate which is kept at a slightly negative potential V dash of about 0.5 V with respect to G. Thus, only these electrons from G can go to P which have kinetic energy greater than its negative potential. The milliammeter measure the plate current, keeping V1 constant. V is increased in small steps from 0 upwards, and current is noted, collector current is noted. The graph is drawn, the collector current against the accelerated potential. From the graph, it is clear that there is no collector current for V less than 0.5 volts. Above this collector current increases continuously at a value of 4.9 volts, the current suddenly dips to minimum. When a potential difference is increased above the 4.9 volts, the current increases till another maximum is reached. When the potential difference is just below 9.8 volts, but at 9.8 volts, the current dips to another minimum. Also, it continuously, similarly further. So that means as the current, as the voltage increases continuously, at a particular value, say 4.9 volts, the current in the milliammeter suddenly dips to minimum. Again, if a voltage increases at a particular point, that means the voltage 9.8 volts, again the current dips to minimum. It continues as we increase the voltage. Just as the above diagram. So, on increasing the accelerating potential, collector current increases. As V reaches a value of 4.9 volts, the electron acquires 4.9 electron volt of energy. On reaching G, the electron loses its complete energy in an inelastic collision with the mercury atoms. So, look here, as the potential applied, a grid increases at a particular voltage, say 4.9 volts. What about the kinetic energy acquired by the electron? That must be equal to 4.9 electron volt. So this 4.9 electron volt, that means energy for electron to reach P. Hence the collector current drops abruptly. This is suggested that the atom has absorbed this 4.9 electron volt energy to rise it from the ground state of higher energy. current at 4.9 volts is not zero because some electrons may succeed in reaching the collector plate by avoiding the inelastic collisions with the mercury atoms. Same case happened at 9.8 volts potential also. So at 4.9 electron volts, it is sufficient to remove an electron from the mercury atom. So because of that, the energy which is completely absorbed by the mercury atom, even though some of the electrons they can success to reach the plate. So because of that, the plate current, that means the collector current, should not be equal to 0, which shows a minimum value. By using spectroscope techniques, it is been found the wavelength of the radiation inside the tube is 2436 angstrom. When an electron jumps from one orbit to another orbit, so then the radiation emitted in the form of photons. Then the wavelength of the radiation can be determined with the help of a spectroscopic method. So its value is 2436 angstrom. Then we can calculate the corresponding energy E is equal to h nu, energy of photon, which is equal to hc by lambda, because nu is equal to c by lambda. Then substituting the values of h, c and lambda, 6.64 into 10 4 of minus 34 into 3 into 10 4 of 8 divided by 2436 into 10 4 of minus 10 joule. Then after simplification we will get 4.9 electron volt. Hence the value of voltage at the minimum or dips in the graph represents the excitation potential. The mercury atom, which is true experimentally. That means this is the procedure for the determination of excitation and ionization potentials, so-called critical potentials, by using Franck-Hertz experiment. Thank you.